Hello, and welcome to the office, but in a way, well, you've seen this view before because I've used a webcam before, but I'm also going to have cameras coming from over my shoulder here, aimed at, so you can see, you'll see. iCUE software. Going to look at the iCUE software on the Corsair. Well, I'm sorry, Origin Systems. By the way, I'm wearing my Origin Systems t-shirt that came with my computer. They give you one free. And if you're a computer geek, you love free stuff because it's what we do. Anyway, so we're going to try something new, and I'm doing green screen behind me, which means there's some green reflections on some stuff. So, well, we'll just see how it looks. It's probably going to look terrible, but yeah, you're going to be stuck with it because that's kind of the way it goes. Okay, so now we want to find Corsair iCUE. Now, you can see right here on the screen that I have an iCUE Nexus. From looking at from the camera view, you will see that's this little thing that's sitting on top of the K100 keyboard. That's the Nexus. Then I have the Scimitar RGB Elite. That's this mouse right here next to me. The K100 RGB keyboard, which is the keyboard right here in front of me. We also, you can see it controls the Dominator Platinum RGB memory over there in the computer. The H150i, the AIO, that's the thing in the top of the computer case. So, well, I'm trying to look at the angles. I'm not sure you can actually see those. There's three colored fans above. If you see the little Corsair icon right below at the top of the case, that's the actual radiator. And above it are three RGB fans pointed up, but I don't think I have a camera up high enough to see them. And then you can see the seven other fans. There's three on the front facing that way. There's three on the back. And then there's one exhaust fan over here next to the motherboard, next to the AIO. I also have, it says here on the screen, the ST100 RGB. That's the headphone stand. And then, of course, the lighting core and the lighting node pro, that's the things inside the system that it's also controlling. Now, while we're looking over here on the screen, you can see that one of the nice things about iCUE is that when you actually run the software, it shows you your load, your CPU load, the voltage. Well, actually, you can set up a whole bunch of sensors. See, that's what this little plus sign is for. See, this tells you all the sensors you got. There's devices, system info, all. If I wanted to add a system info, I don't know what anyway. Now, the whole purpose of this software, now you can go through and like for each device, well, as you can see there on the screen, hardware lighting and key assignments, so you can have your lighting and assignments even when iCUE isn't running. Just save the profiles onto the device. But what this means is, right now, I generally run according to scenes, so the lighting effects tab is disabled. I am not going to disable scenes because what I mainly want to show you is the scenes feature. But you can see that for the mouse, I can assign what the different buttons use. I can assign these 10 hardware keys that are on the side. Here, I'm turning the mouse towards the camera so you can see them there on the side. You can change the lighting effects by key. I mean, each thing is individually addressable, the keys, the everything. And then you can do layers, and that's a whole, I'm not going to get in. There are tutorials on YouTube where people show you how to use the iCUE software. It's very complicated, and every time I try to do anything complicated, it ends up not working. So I just tend to stick with the scenes, because that just changes all the devices together. And see, you can also change your DPIs and your calibrations and device settings, the polling rates, all this kind of stuff. What else we got? Here's the Nexus. That's the little thing above the keyboard. And you can see, well, here, I'll swipe on the one on the screen. See, there's, oh, when I swipe down here on the real thing, it changed up here. So I have some keys set up here. Volume, lighting link, show G keys. I think I have some controls for the mouse on the little, it's a little touchpad. There's, again, some controls for the headphone stand. And then there's the stuff for the AIO, currently running in quiet mode, apparently. Okay, well, the one I custom set up apparently has vanished, because that's what happens when I use iCUE. The things I set up tend to vanish. What else have we got? We got the keyboard. Okay, this is crazy. You can set up in this software every key to be a different color. Not only can you set up every key to be a different color, you can change it, have it change colors when it's pressed and things like that there. It's simply, and then there's layers where you can put a lighting effect on and then put another lighting effect on top of that, layered, so that both light, it's just wild. Here's where, by the way, it doesn't really control the, by the way, you notice each of these things is individually addressable. But if you'll notice over there, it says here that these are supposed to be blue. But if you look on at the camera, if the color reproduction is accurate, they look a little pink. Because the motherboard also does color control of the memory. So, and I've got it down, I think I have it, it's a little reddish, and I can't seem to get it off of reddish on there. So whatever color, as it does change colors with iCUE, but it always has that little pinkish tinge, which I will mess with someday. And there's my, oh, and by the way, notice, because you can plug a headphone directly in, I have mine plugged into my PreSonus 24C. But if you had it plugged directly into this, you can actually do equalizing and change device settings and all sorts of stuff. So anyway, it's pretty cool. But that's not why I'm in here. Why I'm in here is to show you scenes. Now, I have it right now set on temperature, but let me show you some of the setups. Here is color pulse. Whoop, there it goes. So green, now we got orange, and it's going to sit here and pulse through all the colors. Well, now the memory seems to have gotten over its pinkness. Oh, wait, there's some, no, there, the pinkness is back with the blue. Yeah, and see, that's not, it's a little yellow, let's green. Anyway, we have rainbow. Now, I don't know if you noticed, now, the AIO, the memory, and all of the 10 fans are doing it. But this, the keyboard, is also doing the exact same thing. And the mouse is cycling through the same colors. And the headphone stand is cycling through the same colors. So it's kind of awesome. By the way, pay no attention to the greenish tinge on the speaker there in front of the computer. That's coming from behind me. I get better green screen results if I use green lights on the green screen, and then of course they reflect forward a little bit. So you got a little bit of that. Okay, type lighting. As you type. Now apparently in the CPU, inside the CPU. Oh wait, no, there I go. I see the strips that are running around are doing it. Oh, there go the fans. So see, as you type, if you look at the keyboard, hopefully I will be panning around with the camera to show you. But as you type, see the colors bounce out from the key you type. See H, that was blue, and then pink, blue, and then these colors are also then reflected over there. That one's kind of amazing. Static red, well, that's good and boring. Everything's red. Yay. And Corsair blue and Corsair yellow. These are all presets. Well, now rain is an interesting one. It's like it's raining. I mean, it's just like, it's like water drops. See, and if you look at the keyboard over here, look at the keyboard. I hopefully will be zooming in now in post so that you can see that on the keyboard, it comes down from the top. So it looks like it's raining. Over here on the fans and inside the CPU, well, in fact, in the memory, it's all going up, which is not the effect of rain. It should be going down. Well, wait, let's go. Let me click on my memory, DIMM setup. Oh, it thought they were the other way around. So I have just clicked the invert, and now if you look inside the CPU, see the rain is coming from the top. I didn't even know it did that. This thing is amazing. Okay, back to home. Where were we? Oh, Visor. This is the Cylons, just or kit. It just cycles through. Of course, when it has to cycle through all the fans, it takes a while, and then eventually it'll get back to the keyboard, maybe, or not. I don't know. Keyboard doesn't seem to be doing much, or the mouse. It's mainly happening in there, inside the CPU. Ah, there went the keyboard. And then the mouse. Oh, it went keyboard to mouse to headphone stand and then into the thing. Okay, that one's kind of boring. Rainbow wave. Well, this is what I believe Jay's 2 cents. I believe Jay calls this unicorn vomit, or I could be confusing him with Linus. Oh, speaking of Linus. Look at the keyboard and all the stuff here, and look at this lovely mouse pad that stretches from here to here and goes back up under the monitor. LTTstore.com. It was actually, it's not that pricey. In fact, the prices on these mouse pads are kind of awesome because they don't really charge you a premium as you go bigger. All the sizes are about the same price. So I get this giant one for about the same price as a regular size mouse pad. Except the shipping. It's coming from Canada, and apparently from Canada, they charge like $15 shipping. So, great mouse pad, LTTstore.com. Crappy shipping from Canada, from LTTstore.com. But anyway, I love this, and yes, and there's a coaster sitting over here for my drinks. I don't have a drink on it right now, which is a CPU fan. That is merch from gamersnexus.net. So they have multiple. This is one of four, a set of 4 coasters. They're all 4 different. One is the Gamers Nexus logo. This one has the little fan. One has like a circuit board. And I also got the bar mat because I thought it would fit in front of the CPU up there on that riser. It's too deep, so it's not in. It's not in frame. Actually, it's not even in the room. But anyway. So there's my plugs for some fellow YouTubers who have some nice merch. Static blue, which is basically Corsair blue, only darker, right? Corsair blue, see, is a light blue. Static blue is a darker blue. Did we do color wave? Yeah, it's not so bad. I keep forgetting to take my hand off the mouse so y'all can see what that's doing. Then we got Spiral Rainbow. Again, unicorn vomit. Rainbow. Let's see, I already showed you type lighting. Did I show you? I showed you color pulse, color shift. Now, they have one. This is a preset from theirs called CPU temperature. Custom. Effect. Temperature. See, you get these three settings, 20, 40, and 60. Well, I don't know about y'all. I think I can change this. Yes, you can change this. In fact, oh wait, here, settings. There we go. So I changed. So from 20. Now I raised this middle temperature to 55. Now, by the way, it's 53, 52. There's the little this LED on the motherboard shows the temperature when it's not in boot, when it's not doing post stuff. Now you can't see it because it's underneath the graphics card. I have to bend down. But see so basically I never see it dark blue. I sometimes see it the color it is now, which is kind of the purple. And then that's when it gets hot. If it gets above 75. Well, if it gets above 75, there's some stuff going on in this computer because with the Ryzen 5950, I ain't driving it that hard. I will tell you, when I'm rendering these videos for YouTube, in DaVinci Resolve and in Camtasia both, it can get a little hot in there. However, both of those programs have NVIDIA encoding where basically it uses the 3090. Now that makes the 3090 hot, but you'll notice that what I'm tracking here for my lighting is the CPU temperature. Although, as you can tell, look at all, I can do the 3090. Oh wait, yes I do. It's 53. The 3090 is 53, and the package is 52. So yeah, they're right in sync. Right? Well, because I'm just recording this video and playing with this software. Anyway, so that's what I use this custom. This is my favorite because basically, you know how hot your computer is without having to pay any attention to how hot your computer is. I don't have to keep like looking over here so I can see the LED under the video card. It just, when it turns red, it's getting hot, and I need to like start paying attention. But as you know, 75, that's, by the way, that's centigrade, that's C, not Fahrenheit. It's way over 75 in there now, because Fahrenheit. But anyway. Okay, not a terribly interesting video. I just mainly wanted to show you, and I can't really show you the advanced features because every time I try to mess with them, I screw it up. So I don't want to show you a whole bunch, a 10-minute video of me showing you that my keyboard is not lit, because that's what happened. I had my friend Brian over and I was trying to show off, and basically the whole time he was here, the keyboard was just unlit. I couldn't get the lights to come on until I started using scenes, and scenes work great. And as you can see, there's lots of them already predefined. Plus, as you saw here under Create New Scene, well, actually, that's the exact same list as the presets. But you can then mess with it. You can change the name. You can change speeds. You can change the direction. So there's a lot you can do with this software. And again, if you go watch, I'll try to find it and put a link down below. There's this guy who I watched his videos, and he shows you how to do this really cool stuff with iCUE. One problem is a couple of the videos were an older version of the software, and some of that stuff doesn't work anymore. But if you look around, if you want to use the iCUE system, and again, since I bought the Origin system, which of course is a division of Corsair, and so with a Corsair case lighting, Corsair fans, Corsair AIO, Corsair memory, and then of course I went out and bought the Corsair keyboard and the Corsair headphone stand and the Corsair mouse. So that, for the sole purpose of making this all work together. Steve at Gamers Nexus did a video a while back where he showed, because a lot of these products, these RGB products, have their own software. So you have to, so sometimes, depending on how you've configured your system, you may have 3 or 4 different RGB control things running. And oops. And he showed the hit on FPS and gaming performance was just tremendous. And I'm going, one of the reasons gamers like RGB. And personally, I think it makes gaming more fun and makes playing with the computer more fun. But if it's going to start cutting into your performance, not so much fun. Which is why I went all Corsair all the time. By the way, the microphone, Wave 3, also Corsair. I mean, I went as much Corsair stuff as I possibly could so it would all be compatible. Now, Corsair, I don't think Corsair does a audio interface. They do a Streamdeck, but I use the Loupedeck because it works better. Loupedeck, there's a package you can buy that works with DaVinci Resolve that's phenomenal. So it's kind of like a Streamdeck, only better. And if you're streaming, a Streamdeck is better. But I don't stream, so the Loupedeck is better because I can use it for editing. Okay. I don't know what else I wanted to show you. That's it, mainly. I will put in somewhere in this video. I will start the computer. Well, I'll turn off all these lights, because I have a light on, for my face, so I look okay, I'm visible on camera. I had turned the other light off because it was reflecting into the cameras and getting me lens flares and stuff. I will turn off all these lights and edit in some, restarting from sleep, because that's kind of pretty, because it starts off when it wakes up from sleep. The default in that system for the motherboard, apparently, or for what, is white. So it comes on with everything white. And then once Windows starts up and iCUE starts up, it flips to my scene, my temperature thing, and it'll start off blue, and then often it will get to the more orange or more pinkish orange. It'll almost never get red. Probably next week, be back in the garage. And then I think it's about time I start doing the home automation, because I've had that stuff sitting in there for weeks, months. I ordered it a long time ago, and I just haven't gotten around to installing it. So I will start putting that stuff in, and we'll start talking about home automation and some of that stuff. So that's the view from here. So long. Bye-bye. See you next time.